welcome back to Brands Hatch after the third and final race of round 5 of the Bennetts British Superbike Championship here on the Grand Prix circuit. A really strong podium for you, Glenn, in race 3 for Honda Racing. But talk us through it, because it's been a tough weekend for you, and it's fair to say that you didn't have the pace as much as the others in the earlier race. What made the difference in race 3?
Yeah, it's been a tough weekend. Always enjoyable. You know, I enjoy it that much where I am, that even when we don't win, I still manage to enjoy my racing. And yeah, race 1 was obviously what it was, 1.5 corners, and race 2 was probably the ingredients that helped us achieve a good result in race 3. I spent some time with my teammate, after I came from dead last when my brother crashed. I spent some time with Tom Neve on track, and he was doing a really good job in some parts of the track, so I was sort of intrigued to understand sort of A, how his bike was compared to mine, and B, it can't always be the bike. What's he doing better than me? So the lad's done a really good job. I'm always motivated. I try my best every week, and we have a package that on our day we can fight for wins and fight for podiums, and on our day we're going to have difficult weekends. It's where we are, but it's this has been another step forward in development to achieve this result today. When I get such a good start, I was so hungry for it. I went round the outside of Haslam. It was probably on a line that no one else has used all weekend in turn 1, but I like the new tarmac, so I just went, I'm going to trust it. And turn 2 was the same, so when I got to the lead, obviously I expect them to go by, considering the pace that they have been setting, not just this weekend, but everywhere. I started to think, and I know Bradley seems to tail off compared to the McCams guys at the end of a race. His bike starts to get a little bit loose. Unfortunately in recent rounds it's on TV that I get to learn that, and no longer did I sort of expect them just to go by. I thought Jason and Taz would come, but I wasn't going to give it to them, so my pace dropped off a little bit, and then I dug in and tried to smoothen out on the throttle because my tyre was dropping, and it actually found pace again. So when them two went by me, I knew Bradley wouldn't be getting it easy with his tyre wear as such. So yeah, I knew he wouldn't get it easy. So when I was in third with 6 laps to go, I thought, I'm going to give it everything I've got. I've smoothed out, my tyres dropped, but I've improved. He isn't just going to ride past me. I'm not going to give away a podium at this stage, and yeah, we got it. It's funny because I seen Taz this morning or last night, I can't actually remember, and he rode well yesterday. I know Jason got the victory, but obviously I had a really good seat to watch that race because I was at the TV screen because it crashed, and I thought I had my money on him today. I says, you're going to do the double, but mention me on TV, please, because I'll not see you the rest of the day. I'm down in P17 in the grid in race 2, so give me a mention on TV because that's the only mention I'm going to get. So I think when I passed him, he's probably like, well, good crack. Sorry for swearing. Sorry. That's it over. Cheers.
Another fine podium finish for Jason O'Halloran on the McCams Yamaha. Jason, and another tough race, as we can expect now from Bennetts BSB every weekend. But it was a real dogfight between you and Taran. The last lap, you did try to make that move at Clearways. It was very Hopper Hill-esque of 2011. Talk us through it, because you were piling the pressure on all race. He came back, you came back. It was a fight to the finish, wasn't it?
Yeah, another amazing race. I couldn't believe it really when Glenn got to the front, because I'd actually thought he'd started further back than what he did. So when he passed me on the first lap, I thought, wow, that was some start. Got settled into the race. The pace wasn't fast at the beginning, so with no one getting by and no one really passing me, I was just sort of in a happy place and thought, take a few laps off, get through the first part of the race, and then see where we're at. Got to the front at one point, and then I think Taz came by or Glenn came back by, I can't remember, but it was a good fight there in the middle part of the race. When Taz came by with a bit of the race to go, I just sat behind him and just tried to figure a few things out. He's always been a little bit stronger than me here, so it was really good for me to sit behind him. And then the last lap, I knew where I was going to make a pass if I was close enough. I was close enough to go through, but it's always it's a difficult move to make it stick. I probably went through with a little bit too much speed, Bounced the front off the bottom twice, ran wide, and Taz came back under me and nearly got back by to the line, but just missed out. So another one of those classic McCams Yamaha battles at the front. I'm sure the team was pulling their hair out for a few laps there. But no, I really enjoyed that one. Amazing day and weekend for the team. We've won every race and first, second in every race. So yeah, I'm sure everyone will be over the moon tonight.
And coming into Clearways for the final time, what must your heart rate have been like?
Yeah, it was maxing out. I knew that I was close enough the corner before. I was getting a really good drive out of there because I'd passed a few people into the last corner already. And if I was on Taz's back wheel or just beside it, I was going to try and go through, which I was. The problem at Clearways, when you pass there, there's a bump on the inside and it kicks you when you go in. So it's a real difficult pass to make stick. Taz went in deep, I went in deep, ran through a little bit wide, and that was it. But really pleased with the progress we made from race 1 to race 2. I think we improved the bike. For sure we can learn from that for when we come back. That race there was either going to be really good or really bad because we made a change for it and it was good. So we'll look at that and maybe take it more in that direction for when we come back here at the end.
And you now lead the championship both in the standings and in the podium points to Thruxton next. That's a circuit as well that has been strong for Yamaha in the past.
Yeah, last year was amazing. We did the triple at Thruxton. I expect a really close weekend again. Taz is back on form, which is always exciting at the front with us. I'm sure all the other guys will be back up there as well. Glenn was strong at Thruxton last year too, and he's on form this afternoon. So I expect some good races. I feel confident going to Thruxton, a track I really enjoy, and we go well at. So hopefully we can keep this podium streak going and maybe win a couple more races there.
Taran McKenzie makes it a double win here at Brands Hatch in the third and final Bennetts BSB race of the weekend. Taran, earlier on you were really emotional after the race 2 win, and that one, it's fair to say, was probably even tougher. There was a final last lap drag to the line. You and Jason have had several battles in the past that have been incredible. That one must be ranked quite highly up in the order, I would think.
Yeah, 100%. It's the first race today. I kind of had two completely different races. The first one was out front leading, just kind of racing my pit board really, but today was just hectic. It felt like we were never going to get past Glenn at some point when he was just constantly leading. No one could pass him. And I knew it just took one person to pass him and then we could maybe all go, but we're all fighting to get behind him. Jason wanted to, Brad, me. And when Jason passed him, then I passed him straight away. And then at that point, I think I didn't even watch my pit board. I just focused on Jason. Yeah, I got into the lead maybe 3 or 4 laps to go. I just wanted to lead and make sure that I was in front. Some corners I felt like I was maybe running into the back of him, but then other corners he was stronger than me. So I just wanted to manage the corners he was stronger than me at, but then try and capitalise on the ones I was maybe stronger. So the gap went up to maybe 0.1 or 0.2, but then it came straight back down to +0. On the last lap, I did my best in sector 1. He didn't come by. I know he's strong into Sterling, so I went defensive. And then I braked so deep into the last corner. The forks went metal to metal, like bounced back, nearly poked me in the eyes. And then he came flying by, and I thought, there's no way he's stopping that. And to be honest, to be fair to him, if I hadn't have just driven underneath him, I think he probably would have got it. But I was completely sideways. The limiter lights were on. I was like shifting, and then Brands as well, because the start-finish straight's like banked like that. If you're at the top, you can get a run down, and then I could feel him coming to. Well, I could see a wheel. So it was just this hectic, stressful last kind of 10 laps with me and him. It was probably some of the best, most clean racing I think out of all of us. And yeah, me and Jason, we always say that we don't really have an advantage over each other in any aspect of bike racing, and when we're both on form and we're going at it, then it's kind of best man wins really. And yeah, we push each other hard, but for the team it's probably not great. But when we both get it across the line and it's another 1-2, we've been 1-2 in every race this year, this weekend, sorry. And yeah, just a great feeling for everyone, and to be King of Brands as well, 2 years running, is really nice. And yeah, going home happy.
Yeah, we have to say, we know we've talked about this before off camera, but when there's a special trophy, you're always a bit keen to win the Monster Energy King of Brands trophy, the Bennetts Rider of the Round, a double win. It couldn't really get much better other than having beaten maybe Jason yesterday.
Yeah.
Coming from where you've been so far this season, I know we've talked about the injury, but you must feel really happy now as we look ahead to Thruxton and the final half of the main season.
Oh, 100%, yeah. The goal this weekend was to try and finish on the podium, be back running up the front. And we started Friday strong, like I've said in previous interviews, and it's just kind of had a bit of a snowball effect all weekend, and it's just been getting better and better and better. Yesterday, I watched the race back at night, and I've got some confidence from that. I kind of knew I had good pace, but when you kind of see it on TV, I'd go to the back, I could always get back up at the front, and the lap times were similar than Jason's, compared to Jason, so I knew that if I could get kind of close to him today, that I could maybe have a possibility of winning. I didn't expect to have the race I did this morning, if I'm honest, or the first race, and then I kind of expected more of a race we had in the second one there, so it was a great day. The sun's been shining all day, the weather's been amazing all weekend, and yeah, finally back, and I think I'm in the showdown now, which is great, so we can kind of get the title defence going. Maybe 5 rounds too late, but we've got it going.
You got it going, and that is correct. You're now 8th in the standings as we move ahead to Thruxton, so you can take the rest of the evening off, Taz.
Thank you.
How are you going to celebrate?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe a tiramisu McFlurry. They're doing this one-off special at the moment, and I like tiramisu and I like ice cream, so I'll be celebrating with that. Taylor's buying, of course.
Congratulations, Taz.
Thank you.